My name is Julius Karanja, and I'm the manager of this center. This is the Center for Development of Electronic Devices. We abbreviate it as CDED, or we read it as CDED. So Center for Development of Electronic Devices is one of the financially independent centers here at Dedan Kimathi University. And our vision is to inculcate a culture of innovation amongst the student and the young generation of our Kenyan society. So basically we deal with development of electronic solution to be able to solve different societal problems that we have in our community. So what we mean by electronic solution is that we develop electronic gadgets that are used to solve different problems or different needs that we have within our community. It's important to give you just a perspective of how an electronic product development cycle looks like. So first of all, we capture the problem, we understand the client's need and the problem, and then we translate that one into an electronic circuit. And for us to do that, we have to design it using the relevant platform of software. And once that is done, that has to be taken into manufacturing stage. This is where we develop a circuit for the product. A sample of a circuit would look like what we have over here. This is what we call a printed circuit board. So this is the stage where we talk about manufacturing a printed circuit board. Currently, we do this one locally for prototyping, but when we want to do the final product, we take it outside the country, mostly China, because there are some facilities or technicalities that we normally have when we are doing it locally here. We don't have some of the specialized equipments to do the final version of such a product or a PCB. So this is, for example, one of the electronic PCB that we are saying that at the manufacturing stage, this is where you get it. Then once you have your PCB, then the next thing is to do the assembly, putting the components into the bare board, like you can see what I'm holding over here. We have now some components which have been put over there. This is a process that sometimes is a bit tedious, depending on, for example, the design. Some of it requires to have very small components soldered onto the board. And this process, again, we are able to do it here using the different soldering techniques that are available for electronic circuit development. So once a product like this one is now done, this is just the hardware, doesn't have the firmware or the software, and somebody has to sit and again program so that you can realize the function that is meant for. So after the hardware development, then we go to the firmware development stage, where we now download or develop the program and download into the hardware. And then now we couple, finally we just install it into the system that is supposed to use. Like for example, this is a motherboard for the system that you see over here, which is basically for water, for dispensing water. So that is in a brief how the product development cycle looks like. So when you talk about developing an electronic solution, it involves basically walking through all that particular process.